You know that moment when a person realizes that no one is going to propel them forward, other than themselves? That's when the game changes. Many people talk about entrepreneurship, but few have the courage to back their own choices without needing external validation. The truth is, those who seek applause before results end up being beholden to the opinions of others. And those who possess the discipline to persevere even in silence are already one step ahead. Emotional control weighs heavily on this journey. Because, look, it's not easy to stay steadfast when criticism comes from all sides. Someone always appears saying, "This won't work out. You're dreaming." But those with self-confidence know how to filter out the noise and keep building brick by brick. It is there, amidst doubt, that true consistency is born. Starting a business is akin to pushing a car uphill. Initially, it's an overwhelming burden. However, with perseverance, the engine will eventually kick in. The crucial difference is that those who give up prematurely never experience the exhilaration of watching the car roll forward on its own. The key is to remain in motion, even when others fail to grasp the path you've chosen. It's about maintaining faith that success rewards those who relentlessly pursue their endeavors. Discipline is the silent bedrock of every achievement. There's no glamour to it. It involves routine, mistakes, trial and error, and copious amounts of perspiration. The motivational aphorisms we encounter only resonate when they translate into action. And action, my friend, is what distinguishes dreamers from doers. The predicament is that many covet the accolades but shy away from the foundational work. And that's precisely where the first step lies for those who truly desire results. Ceasing to seek permission to be great. Because success doesn't befall those who wait to be noticed. It arrives for those who labor when no one is observing. And when that realization dawns, something ignites within. But this internal fire, we'll delve into it shortly. Everyone aspires to soar, yet few are willing to endure the wind's keen caress against their faces. Success is a resplendent narrative, but an arduous journey in its lived reality. And frankly, there's no magic elixir. It demands sacrifice, pain, and unyielding persistence. It is upon this unforgiving terrain that genuine entrepreneurship takes root, at the confluence of discipline and purpose where emotional fortitude anchors one against the onslaught. Life will undoubtedly test you. It will knock you down, laugh in your face, and still ask if you want to try again. It is in that very moment that your internal fire needs to ignite. It's not a fire of rage, but of resolve. That flame that says, "I refuse to remain where I am." Because without that warmth, self-confidence chills and consistency evaporates. It is the invisible fuel that drives great achievements. Observe the eagle. It doesn't flee from the storm. It ascends above it. When the wind intensifies, that's precisely when it gains altitude. The same applies to those who aspire to triumph. Pain becomes their impetus, and those who grasp this insight cease their lamentations and commence action. Their focus shifts from "why me" to "what can I learn from this?" It is in this very transformation that an entrepreneurial mindset truly begins to take shape. However, this fire needs to be fed daily, otherwise it extinguishes. The problem is that many people light a flame and forget to add fuel. Discipline is that daily fuel. Waking up even without desire, persevering even without applause, believing even without guarantees. It's a mental training in consistency and self-confidence that over time becomes a natural habit. And when that inner fire truly ignites, no obstacle can hold it back. But to transform that heat into action, something more is needed. Small, daily steps that build the impossible. And that is what comes next. Most people desire an overnight life transformation, yet they overlook that success is meticulously crafted through attention to detail. Those versed in entrepreneurship comprehend. It's today's 1% that meticulously sets the stage for tomorrow's leap. Attempting a sweeping overhaul at once is exhausting, breeds frustration, and disrupts momentum. Conversely, implementing minor adjustments daily with unwavering discipline and emotional fortitude is what genuinely cultivates lasting consistency. Discipline is the bridge between what you dream of and what you live. There are days when your body wants to give up, when exhaustion hits, when discouragement screams. But consistency is what makes you carry on regardless. It's the famous, "It wasn't today, but I'll be back tomorrow and do better." It's at this pace that great transformations occur. Slowly, but without pause. The beauty of small steps is that they are not intimidating. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need clarity on the next step. With each movement, emotional control is strengthened and self-confidence grows. The secret is not to skip stages. Learning comes from the journey, not the shortcut. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes to act without fear. The most fascinating aspect is that, when you look back, you realize how far you've come. That daily 1% has blossomed into a new reality. And that's when you truly grasp it. Money, success, and results are merely byproducts of a well-nurtured habit. But for this to hold genuine significance, you must learn to make your money work for you. And that, my friend, changes everything. There are people who spend their entire lives toiling away, yet remain stuck in the same rut. And do you know why? Because they live solely to enrich others. They work, they grind, they give their all, but they forget to build something of their own. True entrepreneurship begins when one realizes that money is an employee, not the boss. And if it's not working for you, it's serving someone else. Making money work for you isn't some whimsical fantasy. It's a strategic imperative. It's about leveraging discipline and emotional fortitude to break free from the survival cycle. While the majority fritters away their entire earnings, those with foresight allocate a portion to cultivate new income streams. This is the well-known adage of letting your money sweat in your stead. And this isn't selfishness, it's consistently applied financial intelligence. Self-confidence also enters the fray. Because at the outset, insecurity screams, "What if it goes wrong?" But entrepreneurship is precisely that, taking calculated risks to achieve greater results. No one learns to swim without getting into the water. Therefore, to master money, one must first confront the fear of dealing with it. And this demands an owner's mindset, not an employee's. Those who cannot perceive their destination inevitably lose their way. The mind requires sight to believe, and entrepreneurship germinates in the mind before it manifests in the wallet. Visualizing your objectives is akin to pinning a map to the wall. You know your intended course, and each step is imbued with purpose. Lacking this foresight, any diversion morphs into a shortcut to failure. And let's be candid, social media teems with pitfalls masquerading as inspiration. The discipline here is what distinguishes dreamers from doers. Because dreaming is commendable, but without focus, it remains mere fantasy. While many fritter away hours scrolling aimlessly, those with emotional fortitude are honing their craft, studying, experimenting, failing, and refining. This is the quiet regimen of those who strive for tangible results, generating genuine value, not merely the semblance of it. Creating value means understanding that the world rewards those who solve problems, not those who merely follow trends. Therefore, before chasing more followers, focus on acquiring more expertise. Consistency stems from honing your skills and becoming indispensable. Sharpen your intellect, refine your knowledge, and the right opportunity will find you prepared. And once this vision becomes clear, you begin to act differently. Every decision gains meaning. Every obstacle becomes part of the strategy. It's as if the internal game aligns with the external one. Yet one ingredient is still missing for this mindset to be complete: thinking and acting like an owner, even when you aren't one yet. And that changes the game. Ownership isn't about possessing a business registration number. It's about one's bearing. Those who think like owners behave differently. They don't await directives. They actively seek solutions. Even while still formally employed, the genuine spirit of entrepreneurship already resides within the individual. They comprehend that every task serves as a rehearsal for the future, and every obstacle presents an opportunity to demonstrate to themselves that they possess the requisite capabilities to achieve tangible outcomes. Discipline is the muscle of this mindset. When you start doing your best even when no one is watching, you are training your consistency. It's easy to be committed when someone is holding you accountable. The challenge lies in maintaining your pace when the sole overseer is your own conscience. And it is precisely there that emotional control is strengthened, in the solitude of making the right choices. Reflect deeply. Those who act as owners don't complain about problems. They solve them. They don't wait for a bonus to deliver more. They deliver more because they understand the value of their own name. This self-assurance is a game changer, as it transforms work into a laboratory for growth. And when learning becomes a habit, results arrive naturally, as a consequence, not by chance. True entrepreneurs are born before the company itself. They emerge from a mindset that refuses to operate on autopilot. This isn't a matter of a job title, but rather of vision. The world transforms for those who perceive opportunity where others see only routine. And this shift in perspective is what distinguishes mere survival from genuine prosperity. However, for this mindset to bear genuine fruit, one must transcend mere effort. It necessitates strategy, intelligence, and preparedness to act with direction. While working diligently is important, working with purpose is what amplifies results. And that is precisely what the next segment will delve into. Some individuals pride themselves on proclaiming they work excessively, yet they neglect to consider whether they are working effectively. Intelligent entrepreneurship commences when effort converges with strategy. There is no utility in rushing aimlessly. Genuine progress stems from those possessing the discipline to study, observe, strategize, and only then execute. This is how energy is conserved and results are amplified. Working with intelligence means recognizing that time is the most valuable asset. While some squander hours on distractions and vices masquerading as pleasure, those with emotional control judiciously select what truly matters. This is the fundamental distinction between expending energy and investing it, and this profound awareness transforms everything, elevating the everyday into a perpetual arena of continuous learning. Self-confidence blossoms when you realize you don't need to be the fastest, you need to be the most prepared. This is where the power of consistency comes into play. Studying a little each day, seeking out resources, and refining your own tools. Success is a silent edifice constructed from small, daily triumphs, and those who remain prepared are never caught off guard by opportunities. However, the path also demands caution regarding your companions. Poor company drains energy, erodes aspirations, and sows doubt where faith once resided. Surrounding oneself with aligned individuals is an act of emotional intelligence, because those who aspire to soar cannot associate with those content to crawl. The discipline here lies in judiciously selecting one's connections, and it is at this juncture that strategy and energy coalesce. Success is not serendipity, it is perpetual preparation. It is about being poised before the summons arrives. And when this mindset solidifies, a power is born that few individuals truly master. Absolute focus, the kind that channels every endeavor toward a singular purpose. And it is concerning this very power that the subsequent segment unveils its secret. There's a colossal chasm between being busy and being focused. Those who channel all their energy into a singular purpose grasp that every action counts. Every decision has ramifications. True entrepreneurship demands mental discipline. It's the capacity to maintain a clear intention even when distractions are clamoring. Emotional regulation is paramount here, as any wavering doubt can derail one's trajectory. The power of undivided focus manifests in daily consistency. While many flit from one idea to another, those who remain steadfast forge tangible results. It's akin to honing a sword each day. Without persistent effort, it inevitably rusts. However, with diligent practice and keen attention, each stroke becomes more precise and efficacious, and self-assurance blossoms in tandem with one's decision-making prowess. Unwavering determination arises when you internalize that what matters is progress, not approval. Motivational phrases help ignite the fire, but it is the habit of acting that keeps the flame alive. Those who master this mindset realize that patience is not a waste of time, but an investment, and every step taken with intention strengthens the path to extraordinary results. The energy concentrated on a single objective multiplies forces. It is there that strategy meets persistence, and vision transforms into reality. And this practice is what transforms simple actions into memorable achievements. And it is at this juncture that the cycle culminates. Intention, focus, discipline, consistency, and self-assurance. However, the journey does not cease here, for the subsequent step entails translating all of this into quotidian practice and integrating every lesson learned. And it is precisely at this juncture that the introduction of the next phase fits, elucidating how to transmute this mindset into tangible and sustained outcomes. Don't settle for merely absorbing knowledge. Pose questions, test strategies, act with consistency, and witness your self-confidence blossom. Aspire to be the one who makes money work for you, who cultivates freedom, and who generates genuine value. Then delay no further. Subscribe to the channel and enable notifications to persist in learning and evolving with every video that delivers such potent insights. The time is now, the transformation within you.